welcome to another episode of Dawn of Alderton here with Sputter Media. I am Dave, and with me is our DM Snack King Joe. Take it away, Joe.
Hey, how we doing, everyone? Welcome to all of our viewers, new and old viewers, voyeurs, and what have you. I am your DM for the night, Snack King. Hope you're ready to hear my voice, because I do a lot of talking. But since I'll be talking all night, I like to turn it back to my players, all these wonderful people. We are currently missing one player, Deirdre. She is at a concert enjoying her life.
And Clover, your image is wrong. I should have caught that in sound check. That's my bad.
Sorry, it was just a selfie plug for Tuesday nights.
Yep. In case you guys aren't aware of our flagship show, Cyber Nights, here we have Emily just advertising for us.
Excellent. And for that little blunder, Emily's going to go last. But let's turn it to, I don't know. I think this guy's pretty cool. Sasha.
Thank you, DM. I appreciate the compliments. Hi, guys. My name is Mitch. I play Zasha Beesons, or Tinky Winky, the party's resident purple cleric. Yeah, I'm trying. Hey, give me a chance. Give me another week, and I'll come back with something better. But you can find me at Icy Wiener on various gaming platforms, or Doobie Daddy on Instagram, or just as Mitch D on Facebook. Thank you, DM.
Excellent. And this guy likes to hide in the shadows, but not this time. Lucian, go ahead.
Hey, everybody. My name's Eric, playing Lucian. You can find me at Nagatsu_Seiken just about everywhere. Feel free to hit me up. I'm happy to answer any questions. And I call dibs on being the vacuum cleaner.
Excellent. And let's switch it up a little bit. Dave, you're next.
All right, so I am Dave, or on Tuesday nights, Cyber Nights, I'm DM Dave, right? And you can find me at Dave's World Games, where I really like to show off on Instagram my my AI drawings. All of the AI drawings, for example, that you see on your screen tonight, those are mine, and I'm so very proud of them. And I that's about what I do. Hit me up on Instagram, or just Dave Spaeth on Facebook. Most of you guys already know who I am there. And also going to take a quick second to plug our sponsor, Dubby Energy. Dubby being
Sponsor.
It's the energy drink that doesn't give you the jitters. It's made from coffee fruit extract instead of coffee beans. It comes in a lot of excellent flavors. I'm sipping on Calio Cream tonight, which is an orange cream mango. Good stuff.
Delicious.
And I'm going to pop the link in the chat. But remember, you can use coupon code PURPLENURPLE to get 10% off of your order and show Sputter Media a little love, because we get your commissions.
Excellent. Thank you all. I will say, as someone who drinks Dubby, I enjoy it more than any of the prepackaged energy drinks. So if you're a connoisseur, give it a try, because it's really fun. Zathario, you're up.
Thank you, DM. Good evening, Internet. My name is Ryan. I'll be playing Zathario Brightsong, the team's resident half-elf bard. You can find me on Twitter or on Instagram at Kundalini Pasta, on Discord, Ryan Pasta. But yeah, super excited for tonight. I think we had a pretty expositional day, the last one, so we should have some exciting stuff for you guys here tonight. Welcome. Glad to have you.
And last but not least, our tiniest character, Clover.
Hello, everybody. My name's Emily. I'm playing the team's tiniest character, a 2'3" sprite artificer, which is funny because in real life I'm 6 feet tall, but it's fun to role play. You can find me on Instagram at Kitman66 for digital art and crochet and pictures of my garden, and on Tuesdays as Lovelace in the Cyber Nights campaign.
Yes, just a quick plug for the other games we have here at Sputter Media. Tuesday night we have Cyber Nights with DM Dave, myself, Clover, and Lucian all play in that game, and then we have DM Mark on Thursday nights where myself, Dave, and a couple other players play in Sin City in the Cyberpunk
45.
Thank
Cyberpunk
you.
Red.
2045 Red. I totally
Shouts
blanked.
out
Thank
Mark.
you.
We love
Yeah.
Mark.
we
Yeah.
love
We
Mark,
usually
so
have Mark in the
Mark
chat, but you know
yes,
what? Maybe he's napping. He deserves a rest every once in a while. I think he trusts me
when
to
he's
have
not
shit
doing our
handled
bidding.
now. Like, he was always checking in when we were starting because I was new with the OBS stuff.
And we did have a little rough start, but we've definitely found our stride, and I'm definitely glad to be here into it. But with no further ado, I believe Zasa, you said you were willing to do the recap tonight, correct?
Yes.
Does
So,
anyone object to this?
Inky
No, go for it.
winky.
Take it away, buddy.
Take it away, Zasha.
all right. All right. Whoop. Oh shit. My television just fell out of my stomach. Sorry, guys. Anyway, last we left off, the party was being followed by a mysterious figure as they were leaving the welcome wench. As they tried to dodge him, they ended up confronting the man, which turned out to be one of Severin's old tutors from court, Jormont Hibblesibble, a marshmallow of a gnome who doubles as an encyclopedia to Aelern. After cornering him, and after him escaping with a quick misty step, he introduced himself to the party, particularly to Severin. And after a little bit of back and forth, some interrogation outside the Temple of Aelrim, which is a multi-faith temple dedicated to any worshiper who seeks guidance, they decided maybe this is not the best place for a chat and went inside. Following that, Zasha was walking down the street, minding his own business, when he was harassed by two drunkards on the side, or two street people, who ended up doing a few things in his favor after he was untrusting and a bit of a grumpy bitch. He got a potion of haste from them, thankfully. They informed him about a possible coup happening at this very moment, tonight. Well, I guess last episode tonight. And about the tent city outside Aelrim's walls, also being paid for by the city. For what reason? Who knows? After that, the very drunk human managed to lift a 300 and some odd pound dragonborn and send him on his way. Where we all reconvened inside the Temple of Aelrim, having a conversation with Jormop Hibblesibble. We learned a few things about the High Council of Aelrim, containing various members, but 8 being known to him, and about 5 not really being much known about. More to learn about them as we go on. After getting that information and realizing he wasn't lying because, hey, the temple contains a zone of truth spell that some chose to fail, some chose to keep, we decided to take him along with us because he'd be more used to us along with the party than against the party. So after that, we ended up going back with Deidre, our rogue, to her carnival camp. Spent the night there. Finally got a long rest. Jeez, it's been a day, guys. After that long rest, we kind of had some loose ends to tie up. Lucian ended up going to a separate bar, unknown to us at this time, and speaking with one of his patrons, the person who gave him a contract previous episodes to kill the king. However, denying this contract, saying he does not want to be a part of it anymore, made a friendly wager, a friendly bet about whether or not Titus or Severin should end up as king of Aelrim, deciding that neither are worthy and that maybe the bet should be neither of them gets it. They decided on a total sum of, Lucian, you care to fill in that part?
50 million gold potentially on the line.
Wait. I want to clarify. Was it that neither of them were worthy? I don't think that was the bet. I want to throw that out there. I don't recall that being a detail. I thought it was just that he didn't think that that anybody would take it.
So,
Yeah.
the man Lucian met was betting that Severin would take over, become king, and Lucian offered a counter-offer that neither Titus or Severin will be king.
Yes.
And
Thank you for the clarification.
Lucian has the chance to win 50 million with that bet. Gold coins, enough to
$50
buy a
million
kingdom.
gold pieces. But yes, after that conversation, Zasha ended up going to the Welcome Wench one more time, disguised as a discount Steven Seagal, and decided to have a conversation with Osler, who had some information about a possible Dragonborn sighting. Zasha, being one of only three other Dragonborns he's ever known about, was curious, got some information about a blue Dragonborn that might have been around at one point, but not around anymore. Thanked Osler, gave him an extra gold piece, walked out of the tavern, and as we continue back to our story, Lucian and Zasha were making their way back to the carnival where the party was currently resting. And DM, I'll pass it back to you.
Alrighty, thank you. And then I will ask both Zasha and Lucian, do you go directly back to the carnival grounds to the group, or do you stop off anywhere before there?
I'm going to be returning to the group pretty quickly.
The only thing Zasha would do is, on the way, he will find a bottle of hard liquor, and that is the only thing he'll do. He'll purchase that and be on his way.
Oh, that is all too easy. There are all sorts of street vendors offering you things, and you definitely have not the greatest selection, but a fair selection, being at the carnival time.
I'm looking for a spiced rum or possibly, an aged whiskey. How much would that run me?
What are you looking
About
for? Bottom shelf,
$3.50.
mid shelf, top shelf?
Bottom shelf. I'm not being picky. I want bottom shelf, but I just want it a little spiced.
Bottom shelf, carnival times, street vendor prices, it's going to be a silver.
You got it.
And to be clear, you're getting, like, bottom shelf. This should have cost you a copper, but because of the festival, it definitely has an upcharge to it.
You know what? I might toss in just some plain old grass or dirt just to give it some flavor. I got you, DM. I'm all good. And then I'll head down.
Alrighty, and the group will find themselves in the carnival grounds. Let us change the scene. I hope this activates us in the back where you all should be.
It does.
Does it activate the camera there?
Well, the issue is because you got us. Remember when I told you the problems when you have us right at the edge of a map?
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's okay. I got us. I fixed it. But literally, that is like the lowest I can drag it down. 100%.
It's the edge of the world.
Excellent. So, to be clear, to reiterate for the group and for our viewers at home, you have anywhere from 10 to 12 hours until the caravan that Deirdre has told you about is leaving. What would you like to do with your day? It's the second day of the carnival. There's carnival games. You all know that there is a tremendous trek before you. Any mundane shopping, simple items we can handle off screen. But what would you like to do with yourselves? And since Lucian, you're typically pretty quiet, let's start with you. Is there anything, plans, preparations you'd like to do?
Nothing that would have me really wandering the carnival, but I do want to pull Severin aside and speak with him in private.
Excellent. The back camp area is plenty big for y'all to do that. If you're attempting to be stealthy in your conversation, I'll need you to roll a stealth check.
Alright.
Stealthy as in you don't want the rest of the party to hear you?
Correct.
Yeah.
Secrets.
That's going to be a little difficult if Zasha's being as, like, clinging to my hip as he said he was going to be.
I'm on Severin's ass, and I have a pretty high passive insight there.
And also Lucian's not being very stealthy.
Yeah, no.
Lucian's very unstealthy for the character he's trying to play.
I hear the whole entire conversation, but I'll let it happen.
The conversation is not that big of a deal as long as I'm out of sight.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a couple tents, small buildings, things you could duck around and have your maybe still be heard but not be seen. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah, being heard, especially by the rest of the party, that's fine. So, I'll hand Severin uh, a stack of 100 arrows, my extra long bow, extra long sword, and an extra cloak, and tell him what I'm about to show you stays between us. And then I will change my form to be an exact duplicate of Severin.
I see.
Le gasp.
I'm not going to, especially because he said he was trying to be covert and whatnot. I'm not gonna like describe what just happened. Like, holy shit, you just changed into me. Like, none of that. I see. So, not that I appreciate that you're sharing this secret with me, but why? Why do you? Why? I don't know how to ask that better. Just why?
You've got a price on your head. It'd be very much to the party's benefit as a whole if any potential enemies didn't know which head to take.
I see. So you're saying that you would change into me and potentially be captured or even killed on my behalf?
To get the job done, yeah.
Well, let us hope it does not come to that.
Yeah, no, let's hope not. But I figure if we're going to be in public, it probably would be best for me to do this.
I'm torn because I would like to see my people, the real people of this city, one last time before I leave. But if it would put others in danger, I think it's best that I just stay here out of sight until the caravan is ready to leave. But I appreciate the sacrifice that you are willing to make. It is a noble one.
I mean, like I said, this land needs good leaders. And from what I can tell, regardless of if it's you or your brother, you both seem to want to do what's good for the people.
I think that perhaps I should share a secret with you as well.
Oh?
The reason
Okay.
why I cannot take the crown.
Right.
I am the Avatar, or according to the prophecies, I am the Avatar of Ilmater.
Wait, you mean the god in
I
human form?
do not just follow his path. I am destined to recreate it.
Well, it makes me feel a lot better about my bet.
Oh, what bet would this be? He laughs, of course.
The person that gave me the contract for your brother's head, I went to meet him this morning to basically tell him I'm not doing it. And he proposed a bet to me, 50 million gold on the line, as to whether or not you would end up taking your brother's place. And honestly, I don't see you or Titus ruling in the end.
Well,
Neither of you want it, and there are so many other viable ways to lead a nation that I don't see the need for a king.
well, if the prophecies are true and I am indeed Ilmater reborn, I do not think that the throne is the place that I'm going to ascend.
Well, at least not that one.
But now you see why I had to do what I did. I had to put my mortal past behind me before I take this journey.
Yeah, that's a damn good reason for turning down the throne.
So I do seek to end the people's suffering, not just the people who share my skin, the people who share Zasha's or Clover's or yours even, Lucian, as a shifter. I do want to cleanse this world of suffering, but I cannot do it from a chair.
That's fair. And I can definitely see why you would believe so, given that you're basically Ilmater reborn, assuming that the prophecies are correct.
I mean, yes. And even if the prophecies are true, that doesn't mean that I cannot fail. So there's much ahead of me. But thank you. I appreciate your sharing your confidence with me. I encourage you, go, enjoy the festival, have a little bit of fun before we have to flee the city walls.
Well, I've got other tasks to handle, none of which are fun, but I believe them necessary.
Well then, prepare yourself, because this road will be treacherous.
Of that I have no doubt.
I think that, yeah, out of character, we just finished the conversation, yeah?
Yeah.
Back to the others.
So y'all did fail the stealth check, and we
Yeah,
said
so-
Sasha
so-
heard all that, right? Like,
Yep.
No,
Yo.
hold on.
You can
Clarify.
visibly see Zasha at the mention of 50 million gold. I'm just sipping on my flask, and I do a visible spit take all over Zathario's pants.
Hold on.
50 million gold, just all over. What?
Let's
the fuck?
backtrack a little bit. Lucian failed so bad, I will give you all a chance to roll a perception to see if you get higher than your passive to get a little extra information.
Could I
Okay.
roll stealth to see if at least Severin was keeping his voice lower than maybe Lucian
Yes,
was?
yes, that's
Yeah.
You go first. You go first.
go ahead and roll that first, Severin.
I
Thank you.
will regardless shift back to my natural form.
Perception, right, DM?
Correct. So Clover,
Okay.
Zethariel, and Zasha.
Oh no!
What?
I'm sorry, Zasha. You do get inspiration for the recap. My apologies.
Yeah,
Oh,
I am going to use that in.
Oh!
nice! Wow.
Oh, 1 to a 20.
You know
So
what's
that
really
spit
funny is I
take
saw
was
it on the
genuine.
table, it hit my die and stopped on the 20. Did you see that?
Yeah. Bouncing off Severn here.
But I was
So,
pretty stealthy, but it sounds like Zasha still even heard me.
Yes. So Clover and Zethariel, you heard everything Lucian said. You're like, 50 million coins, whether it's out loud or to yourself. You hear that. Zasha, you're the only one to hear what Severin says. As they come
Yeah,
back
I
around
mean-
from their conversation.
I may have some conversations later, but I'm gonna let that pass and just start wiping Zathariel's pants with a already dirty wig. Sorry, man.
It's fine. It's fine. It's
You know,
fine.
I
He'll
heard a
just like
sparrow or some
stand
shit.
up fussily and just like, oh, it's
when
fine.
when I come out, would I be able to tell if they were listening in? Especially,
You know
Well, I
what?
thought we were
What's
like
your
in a
passive-
tent,
what's
and
your
he was like
passive
right
insight?
outside the tent.
my passive perception, you asked?
Passive insight.
Oh, passive insight. Let me check.
Mine's a 16 for that record.
Passive insight is 15.
You come around the corner, and it's obvious they heard your conversation. You don't know how much of it they heard, but they definitely heard something juicy because they are very obviously be like, "Oh yeah, hey guys, nothing weird over here."
I'm wiping Zathariel's pants. He's getting up in a huff. Clover's just shocked, and we're all looking at you as you come around the corner.
So I'll just look at the ones that are looking at me strangely. Not a fucking word.
He never said that he unshifted. No, I'm playing. Of
I
course
think
he
he
would
did.
have.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course
yeah,
he
yeah,
would
yeah,
have.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of shifting, as they come back around, kind of dumbfounded by that conversation, I'll just hold out the glasses to our party member who is in her own world blue screening and hand her back her glasses. Let me do my best Steven Seagal impression. Unbroken, very specifically.
So Deirdre, because it's her cousin who is organizing the caravan you'll be on, has been busy going from tent to tent, talking to cousin, and you don't know if she's gathering her own supplies or helping organize the caravan itself. But she is busy with that kind of menial, like, oh, we're going from X to Y, so I have to talk to this person, and blah blah blah, and it's, you can tell what she's doing is part to help for the preparation and part because she is part of the caravan ownership.
Yeah,
She
so I'm just
she
like
will take the glasses and thank you.
We're all a witness.
okay,
They got back to her unbroken.
unbroken, and Zasha wasn't just in a 3-drink stupor handing glasses to a bush. Good.
Roll me a
Good.
D100,
Good.
Zasha.
D. Oh, DM. Oh no. 78.
Okay. What are you all doing now? You
Waiting
have
for
some
12
time
hours to pass.
I'll be clear. Severin has decided to wait back here. Is there anyone who wishes to do anything? And let's just go down the list. Clover.
All right, so Clover did some off-screen shopping, and she would also random side trip, like to go pick some flowers or maybe buy a bouquet.
There are a number of merchants within the city that are currently selling flowers. Are you looking to add it to your garden?
No, I've noticed one of my friends has been down, and I wanted to make him a flower crown.
Aww.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how detailed and intricate are you making it?
Um, Clover doesn't have the most money to spend on flowers right now, so let's say 4.
4?
4 is fair for an associate, more like.
Well, it's just like, it's supposed to be cute, not extravagant, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's uplifting, not regal.
So give me a investigation check, Clover.
Okay.
Nice.
Excellent. You are having this thought in your head, and you're buzzing around the back tent area, and you happen to fly past a clown that just happens to be materializing flowers, not fake flowers, flowers that were, grown in soil, and just making them appear and disappear different bouquets, different flowers, as some sort of like parlor trick. They're back here in the tent area. Looks like they're practicing their craft.
Okay. I walk over to them and say, "That's amazing. I'm so impressed that you can do that. Are you selling any of these flowers?"
Well, which flowers? These ones, flowers appear. These ones, other flowers appear, and they do that trick a couple times. Very different flowers each time.
Are any of them purple?
There is a variety of colors that matches the rainbow.
Okay. I would like some of those purple ones and some of those purple ones, please. How much would that be actually?
Well, the clown will lean in and get like nose to nose with you. Um, for some reason, you let it happen. You don't feel threatened at all. You think this is just a part of their game, and then squint their eyes real close. You say it's to cheer somebody up.
Yeah, it's my friend. He recently got let go from his job and it's really been bothering him and he's just such a sweetheart. I want to cheer him up.
Okay, can I have one of your hairs?
One of my
Yeah,
Can I
off your
ask what
head.
you're going to do with it?
Clown pulls out a vial. I'm gonna put it in here.
Clover sighs and okay, and plucks off a hair and gives it to them.
They will take the hair and offer their hand out to shake.
She will, oh man, she will shake their hand and do a good old heart sight.
You didn't even have to set them up this time. They're just walking into these.
Yeah.
Uh, this person
She is our
fails.
moral compass.
This person fails their check, and they are just chaos. They're not evil. Occasionally, some bad things might happen, but they are just chaos incarnated. They are here to please themselves or something. You don't know, but you're a little weary of them. But their foremost thought is, "Oh my God, this little thing wants to help somebody. I want to help somebody."
Oh, okay.
Always the
Some
flower
good
vendors.
chaos. All right, Clover will not waste too much time chatting with this person who kind of intimidates her and just grab the flowers and arrange them into I guess find a tent to hide in and arrange them into a little crown away from Zasha.
Oh, as this clown is pulling out the flowers, they are making a nice little crown for you. You don't
Oh,
actually have to do any work. So,
awesome.
what's your name?
My name's Clover. What's your name?
Oh, clover. I like that. Like the flower or the plant?
Yes,
Or is it a
exactly
spice?
like the plant. I think it's just a plant, but it's my favorite. What's your favorite flower?
Oh, my favorite flower? I think it's cornflower because you make those little biscuits. Oh, they're so tasty when you toast them. Little butter. My name's Dimple, and they smile,
That's
and they have these huge cartoon dimples. You swear you could like reach in and pull like an apple or something out of it.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Dimple. I appreciate you putting these flowers together for me. I really think it'll cheer my friend up.
Oh, I hope so too. Look, I made a little dinosaur head.
That's amazing.
It's
You're
it's
very talented.
it is a very uh obvious copy of a popular children's purple dinosaur. Uh,
Oh
Big
my God.
eyes, a nice huge smile. You've seen that.
Yes.
You've seen the meme of the kitten with like the frog hat. That is like the way like this will go on someone's head.
I
My, my,
love
I,
it.
I I hope your adventure with Deirdre is good. She's a tough cookie. I'm scared of her sometimes.
Yeah, me too, but I think she's good. I'm looking forward to getting to know her better.
All right, but watch out. She likes to risk it big.
I'll keep an eye on her. She's safe with me.
Alrighty, and the clown will just make themselves into a ball and literally roll out of the scene.
Okay. Clover will return to the tent area and find Sasha.
We're gonna pause that. Uh, Zathariel, is there anything you wanted to do?
So, Zath, how long did you say we have? Like 12 hours to kill, right?
10 to 12, depending.
Zath's going into the city, the carnival, like through the carnival, but also into the city. I'm gonna use a disguise here though, just to like hood up as low and inconspicuous as possible. The goal here is to drift through the crowd of people all day and learn everything I can about the state of the city because like I need to know what our like goal is to get out of this. Like what are we facing getting out of here, right? Um so, in the course of doing that though, I'm also going to buy, let's see, I had this brought up. Hold on 1 second.
So go ahead and on your character sheet under attributes, you'll see on the right-hand side, if you scroll down, tool proficiencies, you should see toolkit or disguise kit. So go ahead and click that and roll it up. Let's see how good your disguise is.
Nice.
All right, and what so what are you trying to make yourself look like? Just a regular everyday schmo?
Yeah, so something that would draw as little attention as possible. Everybody, I feel like the city is just a sea of color and bright people and like of all races or whatever. Like I just want to appear to be like a human denizen of Ailerim going about my day like as under everybody's radar.
All right, cool, excellent. And you said you had a list of things you were looking for?
In the course of doing that, I wanted to buy another 3 days worth of rations and probably pick up like a health potion or something like that. Something to increase our like help myself like just in case we get into trouble out on the well I guess no, a potion of healing is like 50 pieces, right? I'll just go with the rations. I also want to make like a little kit like bundle of stuff that I'm gonna leave at the welcome wench with a note on it that says for the street urchins. Included in it would be like a couple pairs of shoes and a couple books on like how to survive or like something like that. Something to kind of like help out the dudes that helped us while we were in the city. The goal here would be to like low key buy them, bundle them up, and then drop them on the front porch without anybody noticing who did it.
All right, for that, I'm going to need a stealth check.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Natural 20 there, baby.
Mm.
You have been in large cities, you've been in crowds, you have done this before, and almost as seamlessly as you had done it on your street corner that first time when you know no one was watching, this time you are certain that the only people that saw or will notice this are the people that you directly intended to be seen by.
Which is nobody, right? And like at this point, or yeah, I feel you. Yep.
Do you
The
leave
goal-
a note with it?
Yes. So I guess I would have had to take the time to write that, just like for the street urchins. Like the goal here is for little Timmy to level up into Timothy while I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like new pairs of shoes for these kiddos, or like they're not like necessarily all kids, just like a couple different pairs of shoes and like some cloaks. In my head, it's a book on like I don't know, like leadership, maybe something like that. But like,
Give me a.
You're the Scholastic Fair, but for the street kids.
Yeah,
Just, here's some
100%.
shoes and here's some mathematics books.
So for that, give me a charisma check, and since you've done this before, you can have advantage for it.
Nice.
And this is just. Oh wait,
Nee, man. No
there we go.
veggies.
Ability check.
Hey, nice.
I'll take it.
You're rolling great tonight.
We take care of little Timmy in this house.
So, one thing that helped you in your early days was this. It wasn't a dagger. It was like this fancy chef knife that one of your uncles had left at your mother's house, and you thought it looked really cool. It looked like one of those super like detailed knives you see at like a Renaissance fair that you don't use, but you put it on your wall 'cause it looks cool. So you used to carry that around, and you know that having that, although you never need it, helped make you feel safe. You feel like your care package is missing something like that.
Perfect. Then let's grab one of those at the same time. Do I need to hit a specific vendor to grab a knife, or can I just say like yeah, I would include one of those as well?
Yeah. Do you like? Do you want him to be like functional use, or like this looks badass, so hopefully he has the charisma to back it up?
In my head, he's like this like cockneyed accent, like super charismatic leader of a child gang type energy with like a big comedic knife on his hip that like maybe he can use it, maybe he can't, but it, walk lightly, carry a big knife,
Okay.
Geeky
Something like
blinders for sure.
5 silver pieces for something like that. And since it is the festival, all the knives actually count as daggers.
Perfect. So we're buying a dagger for 5 silver pieces, and then
I'm fairly certain that's cheaper than the typical dagger, but just subtract the money from your character sheet, and I'll handle all that little bundle stuff.
copy that.
Just make sure you have a detailed note of what you put in that bundle in your notes.
I've already made a note of it. I'm adding big knife to it.
Okay, excellent.
Also, so that's like the primary action he's taking, but the secondary effect of this wander through the streets is to pick up anything that we need to be worried about on our way out. I don't know what happened last night or what was going on while we were trying to hide from Hibble Sibble, but I feel like there was something going on in the city that as Zathario's not actively looking for this information, but he's listening for anything that he could possibly pick up during this time that could help the party.
All right, give me a perception check.
Oh, there's my bad roll.
you you have your ear to the ground. You know what you're doing. You know what you're listening for, but your worry over your kids kind of clouds your judgment, and you don't pick up on anything.
Got it. Well, then we're gonna run this errand. We're gonna stealthily leave this little pouch on the welcome wench's doorstep, signed with like a music note and like a little like drawing of a horizon maybe, but otherwise no signature. And make my way back to the party eventually, X hours later, with my additional rations. Oh, and while I'm buying these clothes for the kiddos, I also need to buy like a traveler's outfit. We're going into the desert, and Zathariel has an outfit for every occasion. So the clothes we're buying here are like light. They're made for hot environments. Well, actually, before I forget if we know in character that we're headed into the desert, right? When Severin was told to seek the crown, they told us we have to go to the desert. Is that common information? Or to the party?
I did share that with everybody. Yes.
Okay, then so them knocking out the desert outfit, like light, loose-fitting clothing that covers, whatever, with an additional like face cover, like hood that has a way for me to cover my face.
Okay, excellent.
I'll add it to the list. But that's it for me.
Okay. So while Clover has left, Zasha, what's your reaction to everything that just happened?
Well, I imagine after Zathariel got a little pissed off that I just spit on his pants, and he probably
so,
smells like booze.
To clarify, I did not get pissed.
But yeah, like I guess after like an hour after they've Clover and Lucian and Zathariel have taken off, and Deidre's doing her her shift. It's just me and Severin sitting by the fire, and I'm cooking up part of my 1 of 2 days of rations I have. I'm a fucking former city guard. I don't have food on me. I get my meals from Garrison. So I'm cooking up some bacon. I look over at Severin. Do you eat meat?
Yes, absolutely. I yeah, eat whatever I can, especially on the road. Can't be
Perfect.
too
We'll get
picky.
along just fine. Yeah, no kidding. We'll get along just fine then. I flip over a couple of slices of ham for him. And I'll pull out my flask and add a little to the pan just for some flavor and look at him. Do you drink?
I try not to get too inebriated, but yes, I can share a drink with a friend. Matter of fact,
It's 11:30.
the monastery that I come from is well known for the wine that we produce.
Perfect. It's 11:30 right now, but it's 5 p.m. somewhere, so have a drink. And I'll take a long swig and hand him my flask, which has been refilled from the bottom swill that I bought earlier.
I'll take a moderate sip, and speaking of bottom swill, even when I was not a monk, I probably was more used to finer booze. So I don't know. Can I do like a con check? I'm curious how I actually react to this stuff.
This is bottom shit.
So, the fun little lore drop. Your father was actually he preferred wine.
Yeah.
So that was the drink that you're used to. So go ahead, give me a con check and see how you do against this.
Not horrible.
I was so hoping for the nat one right
Oh,
there.
hey.
I know. Like I freaking
You
would have believed the shit out of it if it happened. What's up?
you definitely make a face at the low quality of the drink, but you're able to stomach it. But just to clarify, Lucian, you said you were sticking around, so you're actually here privy for this conversation, unless you've walked out your way.
Sasha did not realize that he's already tipsy by 11 o'clock in the morning. I'll pat Severin on the back and be like, good job, man, good job, and continue making breakfast.
It's not the worst
And then
thing I've ever consumed.
I can only imagine. I wasn't kidding when I told you at the bar. I know a little bit about your kind, and if I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'll look up now that I realize he's there and he's probably staring at me cooking bacon and offering booze to Severin, but not him. I'll look over at Lucian and look at Severin and be like, considering you think you're the avatar of a god, good work, and I'll down two thumbs worth of whiskey while I'm sitting there. Like I'm getting sloshed. It's like noon. I'm getting day drunk. I'm stuck with this guy sitting next to me who I'm kind of not happy here, but hey, make the best of what you can.
All right. Since you're actively attempting to be drunk, give me a con check with disadvantage.
Oh, I will definitely do that for you, DM. Con check. Ability check. It did not give me disadvantage. I will do it. Twice. Let's go. Hey, same thing both times. What? Oh, one was a 6, one was a 9, so 10.
With a 10, you are not handling your liquor pretty well. One side of the ham steaks you're cooking is burnt. The other side is still kind of cool. You keep splashing your bottle into the pan, but it's just setting fire and just kind of just being a nuisance. And Severin is definitely channeling some of his inner higher court meal training by not slapping you and telling you you're being a drunk fool right now.
Oh yeah, I'm being full on drunk fool and just looking at that and being like, 20 minutes aside is just fine. Flip it over. It's black. I'm tossing some more whiskey in there. I'm fine. We're in a back tent area. I'm just doing my shit. unless anybody else is engaged, I'm just sitting there making my lunch/breakfast, sitting there getting drunk. You might see me pull out my journal. I'll think of something, write it in there, put it back in my robes. Well,
So, Clover, that's the scene you come back to after getting your flowers.
Oh goodness, Lasha, what have you been up to?
hey, breakfast. You hungry? I got some ham blackened, just the way I like it. I think there may be some bird eggs in the tree nearby. I can fry up.
No, no, that's okay. I have some of my own. I think you need everything you can eat right now. But
Yeah.
I made something for you, and
For
she pulls
me,
the crown that is has been behind her back, but it's been pretty obvious because it's probably quite big compared to her.
it's probably the same size as you, yeah.
She's been struggling to carry it, but I got this made for you. I think there's a clown that's gonna make like an evil clone of me, but it was worth it. Look at this. This is so cool.
Evil clown, you went through all the trouble to give me this? Oh my. Look at this. Petunias, a little bit of bellflower. Holy shit, you have hydrangeas on here as well? Where the hell did you get these? And look at that. It looks like my mother. Oh,
Sasha,
this
roll
is
me a nature
lovely.
check.
Yes. I'll roll you a nature check as I am putting it on. And she is small, but I am even bigger, and it only fits around maybe half of my horn. And on the other side, it's like half on, half off. But it looks great. It's a dragon coming off a dragon. Nature check. Let's go. 10.
That's your
Some
number
of the
tonight.
flowers you said are there. Some of the flowers you said are not there. But you did.
Yeah, I'm full of shit.
For blind drunk guessing, you did pretty average.
Hey, I know what a hydrangea is, thank you. And I see the mantle leading to what should have been a dragon face. I just don't know what that face is made of.
Clover is so just genuinely beaming that this has worked, and he's so excited and just says, I know things have been rough lately, Sasha, but I think they're gonna get better. I think we can have a really good team together here.
Well, doesn't seem like we have much of a choice. But, oh, Clover, I appreciate the gesture. And I think you start to see he's blubbering a little bit, maybe a little bit holding back tears. He's starting, like, you see a little bit on the eyes. But then, anyways, do you care for a drink? Do you care for breakfast? Honestly, I'll throw on another piece of ham. This is crap. Do you care to join us? Hey, I even got Severn to have a shot. It's only noon.
It is not
Sure.
yet noon.
Oh.
It is very clearly like early morning actual breakfast time, and this man
Yeah.
is drunk.
Clover kind of looks at the sky to see where the sun is, like, oh yeah, looks like high noon. I'll take you up on that ham. Maybe I'll watch it with you. But I think I won't drink. I've got something I want to spend the afternoon crafting.
All right. And I take off the black burnt ham, and I no manners at all. I throw it into a bush, which is probably into the fairgrounds, and I bring out another piece and I start frying it up. And I'm being a drunk dummy, but I'm happier now, visibly happier, while I'm frying this, and I make a pretty good meal. Sasha can cook.
Sasha, roll me another D100, please.
Oh my DM,
Oh, not too bad.
80.
Can Clover use prestidigitation to make water taste like whiskey and offer it to Zasha?
I love that.
Yes,
Can
I
you do
will allow
that?
that.
Perfect. And Zasha, even with his passive insight and perception, fully drinks it thinking it's booze. Hey.
Dasa takes one of those cups you get from the dentist, which he thinks is whiskey, and goes, "Oh, nice!" It, like, almost crushing it with his giant hand, and slams this shot of water back. But as you're doing that, you hear a, "Oi! Why'd you throw that at me?" As this rather bizarre-looking clown. Half of the clown is in color, the other half is a exact duplicate, but it's in black and white. It's very jarring to look at this fellow that comes out, giant, huge, curly hue mustache that probably has like 17 rings around it. It's colored brightly like the rainbow, starting from the inner lip outwards. This ridiculous cartoon cowboy 10-gallon hat with this giant, very obvious fake balloon star as like a sheriff's emblem. Why'd you throw that piece of meat at me, sir?
Uh,
I'm so sorry. That
what?
was all me. I was practicing my catapult in Clover casts catapult, and I was practicing my spell casting, and it must have got away from me. I didn't think it was going to go that far. I'm so sorry.
Wait, pause. You cast catapult. What item do you target?
Catapult
I take.
Severin.
Severin is a little heavier than 5 pounds.
Yeah, yes.
um, I take one of the flowers out of Sasha's crown.
Unfortunately, they were woven too well together, and the
Oh.
entire crown jerks off of him and flings into the bush.
Oh
Oh, shit.
no!
And
Oh,
then
I'm sorry,
explodes.
Sasha.
And then it
I need you to
explodes.
give me a D100.
Okay.
Well, doesn't the bush have to make a dex save? No, actually, it just says if it hits a surface, it explodes.
Out of the bush is this very sad black and white clown that comes out, and the flower headdress that you had thrown is on this clown, but upside down, so the head is under their jaw. Who threw their flowers at me?
Jesus Christ.
Why y'all back here in the clown's camp?
Hey man, I'm just flinging my meat around here. Deidre said it's cool to chill. Are you down with the clown? I'm super drunk, obviously.
What he means is that we're friends with Deirdre's. We're just waiting here for her. I think she'll be right back.
They both sigh, look at each other. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! And the very eccentric mustache clown walks off into the bush, and the sad clown turns back to you. Okay, I won. I get to hear the story. Why y'all here?
Oh boy. That's a long story. I'm gonna cast exposition at 3rd level. But really, I just sit there and I wait for someone else to pick it up.
I'm gonna barely lift my head up from me scribbling my notes and just be like, Deirdre's helping us get out of the city.
Oh. Well. That's... I thought you'd have a cooler story. There's a dragon guy, and he's trying to leave the city. Alright. And with that, we're going to take our break right there.
Yeah, we are at the 9
Oh,
o'clock
nice.
mark. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in 10 minutes. Please stay tuned.
Nice.
Are we clear?
No.
We'll edit that out in post.
All right, guys, we are back and we are live, and thank you for waiting. Let me not skip any more of this time and send it over to Joe to skip some time instead.
Excellent. So Zathariel was making his way back to his compatriots when he notices out of the corner of his eye there is one of the gentlemen, not Timmy or Jimmy, but one of the older gentlemen he had helped out is not tailing you, but he's like, really close to like the buildings, and he's like trying to make eye contact with you.
Nice. I will drift over through the crowd. Like I've been like stealthily making my way through the city, so in such a fashion, make my way over to this gentleman that's trying to get my attention.
Excellent. He darts down one of the side alleys.
Can I roll perception
Yes.
before I follow him?
Hey, not bad.
This is a fairly empty side alley. It's used for what looks like back deliveries to some of the buildings, stores and buildings in this area.
I don't sense a threat here, so I'll just follow him down the alleyway.
Yeah, he's maybe a third at most down the alleyway. It's very obvious that this is a walkway people walk past and ignore. There's like nothing down here save for a couple loose boxes that look like they haven't been picked up from the last delivery.
You have a word for me, friend?
Yeah, you're friends with the boys, right? Jimmy, Timmy?
I am.
All right, excellent. There's one of the High Lords has demanded to try to make a quick coin, so he's making leaving the city a little difficult right now. There's extra security at all the gates. You'll need some sort of manifest or something to get through. Common folk are stuck because of and he kind of like straightens up and does like this very librarian voice. Due to traffic and influx of people, the transportation of goods and people has been slowed at the gates. Please have your documentation ready.
So
Normally
we'll
you
need
just-
papers to get out if we use any of the main gates.
Yeah, normally you just walk in, walk out, but things have changed a little bit.
Interesting. Do you know where I can obtain these papers, or anywhere I could find a version of these documents?
He is lost with that question, very obviously.
Thank you for the information, friend. If you ever need me, you can call on me, and I'll toss him 2 silver pieces.
Oh, thank you, and I'll make sure to remember your name.
Zathariel Brightsong.
And you play the flute primarily, correct?
Correct.
He will make little flute motions with his hands and wink at you, and he walks out of the alleyway and just instantly disappears in the crowd. Like, this is his city. He is at home here.
So we'll need like merchant or like traveling paperwork to get out of the city. I don't think Zathariel has any concept on where to go like lift that himself. So I think I'm just going to bring this information back to the party. So remind me, we've seen Clover make business cards before, I think. So maybe Zathariel's hoping she can forge us something, or we can come up with a solution to that. But he'll bring this back to the party in an effort to disappear just like my informant into the crowd and then reappear back amongst my party, or into the carnival and back to the party members.
Excellent. Lucian, you had said you wanted to do something before leaving. So before the Thariel gets back to y'all, what are you doing?
Well, once I'm done scribbling all of my notes on my theories, I'm going to hand the papers to Clover and tell her, if I die, read these. If I survive the next 24 hours, assume the information in there is wrong. And then I'm going to try and go back to sleep and establish a link between myself and Baneford.
You just finished a long rest. It's going to be difficult to get to sleep. You're going to need some sort of aid.
Okay. Uh,
I will let you do a basic charisma check to see what you know.
all right.
While he's rolling that, I got a question real quick. Just to kind of fast track some of the information that just came out with Zathariel, regarding the
Yeah.
papers being checked on the exit. If I remember, there were a couple sessions ago. You told me that I know a way out of the city that would not be through that. Like if I remember you saying I knew a way out of the city.
Yes, to clarify, that is an exit that people could take, but you couldn't take a ship caravan with.
Could
But yes,
we
you do know a way out.
could we meet
We
up
could-
with the caravan after taking the secret exit?
We'll answer that question when we're done with Lucian.
Fair enough.
You do know of a apothecary that offers a sleep aid. You do also know that it is dangerous if you don't know the correct dosage.
Hmm.
You could sleep for longer or shorter than you intend.
I was actually thinking of bumming some liquor off of Sasha. Would that work as well?
If
Oh
you got
yeah,
yourself
totally.
really drunk,
I'm handing out free shots to anybody that comes up. It's noon, but it's 5 p.m. somewhere, y'all. Let's go.
the sad clown that had joined you earlier has joined in the sad drinking and is just producing bottles for people to drink. So you could very easily get hammered, anyone who is currently here.
Cool.
Oh shit! Hey, you got moonshine. Let's go.
So yeah, I'll just pick up one of the bottles and just start chugging.
Give me a constitution with that.
Advantage, disadvantage, considering I'm going in with the intention of getting just completely blitzed.
I think also Zasha seeing Lucian just fucking down an entire bottle, just puts his hand on his shoulder and be like, "Bro, I know things are rough right now, but settle down." And I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
Roll me a straight constitution with guidance. Check, not no, save, not check.
If it's guidance, it would be check, not save. Actually,
Then it's a check, not a save. Thank you for correcting me.
guidance won't affect a save.
You
I tried, buddy.
you down a giant gulp of this and realize immediately that was a bad mistake. You're able to keep it down, but you immediately need to lie down.
Hey, perfect.
You're trying to contact Bainford. You've met him. I would normally allow advantage on that, but because you are
Shithouse.
yes, it would be disadvantage, so it's gonna be a flat wisdom check.
All right. Let's see, wisdom. High roll, high roll. Better than what I've been rolling.
Do you remember that scene in The Matrix where Morpheus is talking to Neo and then that white room with the TV?
Mm-hmm.
You are in a similar situation, but on the screen is Bainford himself. Oh, who's there? You woke me up.
Hey, Bainford, sorry, it's Lucian. We met last night. Do you remember me?
I do. No, damn it! I gotta remember this when I wake up. All right, well, you get a question. What do you want?
Before I ask my question, can I get a preface question?
Roll a persuasion.
All right.
You're asking a genie for more wishes right now.
That's a persuasion. There we go.
You gotta break
Okay.
the fourth wall.
Well, that's proficient.
I will let you ask a two-part question, as long as one of the answers is yes or no.
That
And If you need time to think about that, we can cut to the other players for a minute.
Actually, that actually works out perfectly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ask away, Lucian.
Baneford, would you be willing to strike a deal with me, a Fae, to be honest with my next question?
What kind of Fae?
Changeling.
I'll allow another persuasion.
All right.
Come on,
Oh,
D20.
shit, let's
Come
go,
on, 20.
Lucian.
Come
You can
on,
do
come
it.
on. You got this.
Come on, buddy. You got this.
Hey.
Oh, we'll take it.
Dirty 20. Let's go.
Only because you know my niece, I will be honest in my next question. No
Thank you.
riddles, no side answers.
Thank you. My question is, what is your role in the conspiracy that plagues Ailerum?
What is the role of our sun? It rotates. It radiates light. They say it's the hottest thing to exist. But what does it truly do? It watches. It observes. I am unable to physically interact with the real world anymore. These conversations are the most I have now. In my tent, that is where I'm at my maximum power. But that will soon to no longer exist on your plane.
So, in other words, you just observe. You have no role then.
What other role is there than to observe?
Well, plenty.
Roll a Constitution save.
Oh, shit, buddy. You're going to get trapped in the dream world. Let's go.
Oh, no.
Trapped. What did I say?
No.
You laid on the wrong side and wake up vomiting.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Hoy, Lucian. I told you to go easy there, buddy. Holy shit.
I was going to point out that Baneford agreed with a fate to no word games on that one.
To be honest.
You are now awake, Lucian.
All right. But, yeah, waking up,
hungover.
kicking my guts up is fine.
Do you want some ham? I might got a few potatoes in my bag. And fry those up next.
Yeah,
Ariel, you return to the group, and that is the scene that you see.
boom.
Is Sasha or is Lucian vomiting? Zasha trying to help him. Severin's probably still meditating. Deirdre's running around doing Deirdre stuff, and Clover is
Fixing up my backpack.
Oh yeah, Clover's building her Yzma tent. Got it. Okay. As he reapproaches the party, as like everyone gather around, I have news. I have information. How many hours has passed in this time? I should have been wandering around the city for quite a while.
At this point, it's about noon.
It's about noon, so we've still got about 6 hours to kill or whatever. Oh wait, it was like 11:30 when Zasha started cooking breakfast.
It was earlier than that, actually. It was early morning.
And it was like 7 a.m. when Zasha started drinking, so he is fully cooked. Let's go.
Primarily to Severin, though. Zathario will share the information he was just given. I didn't manage to pick up much around the city other than just the festival proceeds. People, whispering about what happened and the king and blah, 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 but nothing out of the ordinary. But if we leave by any main gates, I don't know where this caravan of Deidre's is going to take us. But if it is leaving by any main gates, we're going to need extra documentation because they are turning people away and forcing them to not leave the city if they don't have something that says they can. Just to
Well,
clarify with the DM, like that's so like a merchant pass maybe is what this would be called. Like we have trade goods that we're taking from the city or something like that.
Yes, you need some sort of business documentation to be leaving the city right now.
That would have been super useful to know a couple hours ago when I had some pull in this city, but I'm not exactly in the highest standing. I can't get us out.
Clover's busy building this backpack. Otherwise, I would ask her to maybe forge us something. But I think at this point, Zathario would probably want to know more about the caravan. I don't want to necessarily ask Deidre; she's not here. But you said that you were going to share some information about our way out of the city with us.
Yeah, I was about to
At
say,
some
if I'm
point.
overhearing this conversation, this might be a time where I speak up about knowing a more covert way out of the city.
Everett, you have that thought, and you step towards Zathariel to speak, and that's when Deirdre walks by and goes, "All right, and these are my friends," and walks right out of the scene, leaving a tall, lanky gentleman in clown makeup with a giant rainbow question mark on their face. Hey, how y'all doing? You're Deirdre's friends, right? Yeah, on the caravan.
Yeah.
Mm,
If fast acquaintances can be called friends, then friends of hers we are.
She gave me her glasses.
Oh,
Or will you be the one escorting us out of the city?
oh yeah, I'm her cousin. She didn't tell you my name.
She
she
has
just
plenty
walked
of
away.
cousins.
She just said, these are my friends," and walked away. Of course, she didn't tell us your name. You were right there.
Oh well, my sister told her about my caravan. I am Clueless the Clown. Ooh, ha, hee, hee. But you can just call me John.
Can I roll an insight here?
Anyone can roll an insight.
Yeah.
Not rolling an insight. I'm fully grabbing his hand. Pleasure to meet you, John.
Hey, where?
Ooh,
God damn it!
nice.
Where was that natural 20 before?
Clover, insight.
Come on, Clover. You gotta shake everybody's hand before the end of this campaign. Every single NPC, you will shake their hand.
So you all get the gist of this guy's on the up and up, but he's definitely a businessman, and he's definitely about to proposition you with something. You all immediately notice that right away. Lucian, he's speaking in Thieves' Cant, and you're able to detect that he's basically trying to figure out how much it's worth to take you into his caravan.
Okay,
How many coins exactly?
gotcha.
Um,
Yeah, he
go
wants
for it.
money out of us.
He wants money. So we need to get out of the city. You have our way out. Why don't you tell us what the deal is?
First off, do you have the papers necessary?
Good question.
Don't worry about the papers. All right, you're talking to Clueless, okay?
I'm
I'll
worried
get in
about
and
the
out.
papers, clueless.
Yeah, that name doesn't exactly inspire much confidence. Do you have the papers? Yes
He
or
will
no?
shake all of your hands. All right, look, I'm being cordial.
Oh, Clover. Clover.
I'm sorry, Clover. What's the DC for that?
I think it's 13.
13 charisma.
Oh, thank you.
He smashes your DC. You go to read him, and it's just a question mark.
Oh, what are his emotions? I still get that, right?
All you get is just question mark, question mark. It's kind of overpowering, just like the last planet's chaos.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think during this time, while Clover is shaking his hand, not that I would know, but psiotic mind be like, how the hell are we getting out of the city there, Clover? And that's the only thing she'll hear in her head.
Okay, well, John, it's nice to meet you. Can you tell us more about the caravan? Is it walking? Will we be hidden amongst, crates of goods, or what's the plan?
What's the
Oh
deal?
no, nothing to worry. And as he opens his arms out like he's going to hug you, a large scroll appears, and it's a contract, and you can read it, but it is in finite writing that you will need some sort of artisan's tools to read it. A jeweler's kit, a tinkerer's kit, or there's one more kit that might work. Give me a second. I forget what it is.
Zasha thinks that he's about to grapple Clover, and he pulls out his hammer and full on is just ready to go.
So it's a cartographer's kit, a tinkerer's kit, or as I said, a jeweler's kit. If you're proficient, or tools, I'm sorry. If you're proficient in any of those, you'll be able to actually roll a perception to try and read it and make out what it says.
I'm not.
I'm proficient, but I don't have the tools on me.
Is there anyone who is proficient and has the tools on them?
Closest thing I've got is Thieves' Kit.
Yeah.
I got my hammer.
On the bottom of the page, there are several lines that says, sign here, and you see at the bottom that it says 300 gold. Those are the only things you can make out.
God. So I'm gonna try to convince this guy to not make us sign this paper. Like, come on, friend. Like, we're friends of Deirdre, and we drive a noble cause. Like, is this really necessary? And just kind of like, putting on as much like charismatic energy as I can. Like, out of the goodness of your heart, you can't help us out of the city.
Roll a persuasion check. Listen, my friend, if you need me to explain, I will explain in clear and plain Elvish what this contract means. And he'll start speaking in Elvish. Who understands Elvish?
I do.
Is that it?
I don't know.
Just me?
I gotta check.
Yeah, I have to check as well.
Character
I
sheet,
don't
attributes.
think I
Do
do.
not.
Oh, no, I do.
Nice.
Lucian's, Zthariel.
God damn it. No,
According
sorry.
to
I'm having trouble getting to my character sheet. Hold on. There we go.
It says you are in Foundry. Separate.
Yes, I do speak Elvish. Haha. Okay.
Alright, so basically what this boils down to is it's a bunch of legal mumbo-jumbo that says you're going to be in this caravan, you're going to be guards, in parentheses, and at the end of the caravan, if your duties as guards haven't been fulfilled, you'll owe at maximum 300 gold per person. And then there's a small clause, Friends of Deirdre's final price to be negotiated at final destination of their departure. This is a typical contract you'd sign for the entire voyage. You have a clause that lets you leave early.
So just from the way that this was said, this seems pretty like straightforward. Maybe roll like insight or perception. Like, is he lying? Is he leaving something out? Is there something else that we're missing? Perception, maybe.
You could roll an insight on that.
Insight.
Yeah, definitely.
Friends. This is at this point. I'm gonna say friends. I don't even think.
Something else if this insight if this insight check doesn't go well, I got something else.
I'm like with contracts needing to be signed and blah blah blah, and we're trying to like literally get out of the city unobtrusively and covertly. This is the point where Severn's just gonna say like, you know what, fuck the caravan. Not in those words exactly. He'd be more polite about it, but I'm sorry, sir, but we don't need your services, and I'm gonna start walking towards the gates of the city. I don't know. I'm done with the subterfuge and the profiteering, and this is just really pissing my character off because this is literally the bullshit that he thinks the city has just become fucking stupid and ridiculous. So this guy is he just stepped on Severn's last nerve, and I am just walking in the direction of said covert exit that you said I know.
So Zethariel will kind of dash over in front of Severin and like eye to eye, rock steady in his shoes. Like, I don't care what your thoughts are about how we get out of this city or what your goal is overall, we've been tied to you and our lives are in your hands.
And
if you want to act like this, you might bring suffering to us just because of your principles. So get in line.
Severin keeps walking.
Come on, it's performance, right? Like, let me roll on my boy here. All right.
Well, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of PvP rolling against trying to change my mind.
You're right.
My character is not liking what he's hearing from this dude, and there's too many arrangements being made for my character's comfort. This is getting bureaucratic at best, and it's wasting our time at worst.
That's fine. Hold on. Severin, give me a wisdom check, please.
Sure.
And you will have advantage on this.
All right.
Mm.
I have one more thing, depending on how these all go.
You definitely may be at your wit's end here, but just storming off without communicating is going to make things worse.
No. I am communicating to this guy. I'm telling him we don't need him, and if he's going to be this way, I'll find my own way out. It's not the party I'm trying to show off. It's not the party I'm doing this for. It is this dude trying to make us sign a contract to leave.
Got you.
Okay.
This guy, I am telling him we don't need him.
The clown will back off.
I don't need the clown. There you go.
Sasha will fully agree with the contract thing.
As your frustration kind of takes over the scene, you look back to your compadres, your company, your group, and you realize that all the clowns have retreated back and given you back your privacy to discuss or do what you want to do, but there are no contracts in front of you to be signed anymore.
Yeah. I was just saying, this dude was trying to take advantage of us, and I wasn't going to let that happen. That's where I was at.
Yeah. So after they back off, Zathariel will reevaluate his energy and it's like, well, if you have a better way out without using what's before us, then share it.
I was about to share it, and then other stuff happened. So yes, I go through and say, we can use the same path that I used to escape Ailerim 10 years ago. I know the way.
I would prefer the security and stealth of leaving with the caravan. However, I am 100% against signing a contract that we can't even read the whole of it.
Yeah.
I am not going to rely on this clown's word about what all of the stipulations to it are.
I'm not even gonna try my my read legalese check here. I'm just saying nope. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy to accept the security of the caravan that they might be able to provide for us, but I'm not beholdening myself to them in any way to do so. We're getting out of the city or we're not, right?
And I don't even mind tossing them some gold for the
trouble. Yeah, exactly. But the contract shit just went nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
So
that's fine. With your knowledge, Severin, and based on what Lucian has said, you know that you could get your group outside the city without any guards seeing, and get yourself back to the tent city and reconnect with Fimo. Good. I just read her name. Sorry.
And actually, that's not a horrible idea because I wouldn't mind visiting the tent city before leaving, but I don't know how much time we got.
You could use this time to get outside the city, meet with Fimo Goodwill, and arrange some sort of transportation where you're just paying for a seat.
That would be my suggestion to the party, and yeah, what do you guys think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so, I think Zathariel would get in line with this as well, but with like the added just to Severin, your decisions affect more than just yourself at this point. We need to trust each other as I choose to trust you now.
I trust you. I didn't trust that guy, the clown.
and just like we'll nod to that. Sure, we don't trust Deidre's people. Deidre's cousin is not on the up and up.
I think
Not
at
if he's
this
trying to
point,
make us
while
sign an
everybody's
invisible
speaking-
contract and that will for 300
No,
gold.
I'm with you. Yeah.
I think at this point, while everybody's talking in front of this guy about this guy, I'm just gonna tell him, "Hey, buddy, you fucked up. Don't make people sign contracts. Get the fuck out of here." And I'll brandish my weapon because I already have it out. I'm ready to tell him to fuck off.
Valso's drunk and yelling
Mhm.
at the cooking stove he was just using. Get out of here, man! I don't want your contract.
Fuck your contract, bitch. Get out of
The
here.
clown guy's long gone.
Excellent. Unless anyone disagrees, we will take Severin's path out of the city.
That sounds
Agreed.
like the plan.
Just fine.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm done yelling at bushes.
All
So
right.
there was, I think, some more time to pass there. Are we resting or anything before that, or we're headed out now? You're right.
I think we got our
Oh,
long
yeah.
rest that we needed before travel. So yeah, we're hitting
That's right,
we're
that's
hitting the
right, that's
road.
right. Yep.
I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
At this point, yeah, just in character, I'm gonna yell at, "Oh yeah, I signed up for this fucking fight that I was supposed to do tomorrow. Are we sticking around for that, or are we gonna go? I don't care.
No, Sasha, we're not sticking around for that. The whole
I'll fight somebody outside the walls. Let's go. Fuck it.
no, Zasha.
Severin would say, "You can always spar with me, dragon friend. I look forward to training with you."
Oh, I look forward to training with you, Saffron. As I keep walking.
If we're
It's not-
going
she's
to
just
do
thinking
this,
about kicking him.
however,
Basically.
Severin, I would recommend putting on your cloak and give me a
Absolutely.
few moments to put on my disguise. And I'll,
oh, yeah.
100%.
I'll
For the rest of the party, you just see Zasha walking out, a full, like, 6-7 foot tall dragonborn in what used to be guard armor, and he's drunk and he's walking out of the carnival. If somebody wants to toss him something, maybe. Or if they don't care.
Lucian was saying something. Let's get back to him, and then we'll jump back to you, Zasha.
Yes, sorry.
with that, I'll disappear into or behind one of the tents and change into Severin's form again, and just wait a few minutes until it's a reasonable assumption that I'm, actually putting on a disguise before donning my cloak.
Holy shit, you didn't tell me there was 3 of you. I thought it was just Titus.
So it's apparent that Lucian is trying to be separate from the group, but following them.
No, I'm going to travel with the group. It's just going to be basically 2 Severins.
But that
Never
both have
is.
cloaks pulled up and are not really like displaying their face too clearly.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where it's in case we are seen.
Okay.
He's being my Saddam body double.
No, I got it now. Thank you. Severin, you lead your group through some back alleys, some winding ways, and suddenly there is this sort of labyrinth that appears between the party, and you're just able to left, right, back, right, left, right, up, down, A, B, Z, Q, Q, contra code,
Left,
whatever
right,
it
left,
is.
right, up, down, A, B,
Konami
start,
code.
right? Yeah, the Konami
Yeah.
code.
Up, down, left,
And-
right,
and-
square.
And you're able to get you and your party outside of the city walls, and just on the outskirts of the tent city, where you know exactly, having befriended female Goodwill, where her tent is, or where her setup is, so they can direct you to where she might be if she's not there.
All right. I head to her and I'll approach her with the intent of trying to get passage for the crew, for the party.
Can I say as we're approaching, I'm gonna ruffle Severin's bald head and be like, "Come on, man, we're out of the city now. We can do this. We can get the fuck out of here." And I'm gonna ruffle his bald head. Cast guidance.
Excellent. That lasts for an hour, correct? In concentration?
It lasts for 1 minute.
It lasts for essentially it's the next skill check you make. So if I were to do like any kind of ability check, like a persuasion or knowledge, history, or anything like that.
A minute. You walk in the tent and she's like, "Hey, who are you?" And you got 1 minute.
Yeah, so I have a minute to persuade her essentially, and still have this bonus.
All right, excellent. You and Zatharl have done enough goodwill in your short time here that when you come in and ask for help, she goes, "Oh yeah, sure. Oh, pass it out of the city. Yes. Which directions do you seek? North, south, east, west?"
We are heading towards the desert.
Yeah, northwest.
Northwest,
yeah.
the desert to the northwest.
There's only a few caravans that go that route, and none leave from Alderton. The closest, Cloudshire, you'd have to go southeast.
So you're saying we can find passage to the desert if we travel to Cloudshire?
Correct. The harsh conditions and the inhabitants there make it not an easy travel.
I'll turn to Zasha, because I do know he's from Cloudshire, and say, how long of a journey is it on foot to your home?
Oh God, it's not all that long. I mean, I made my way here with my captain and a couple others, and it takes a few DM if you'll fill that in.
Zasha, this is the point that you remember that because you were in your battalion and you've been squired by Aelrim, a mage had accompanied you and made your travel super quick. Typically by foot it takes about 2.5 months, depending on your stride, to get from here to Aelrim.
Holy
Cloudshire,
shit.
I'm sorry.
Well,
and how far is it to the desert on foot?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Let the DM finish.
You do know that with proper travel and the correct transportation, you can do it in as little as 3 weeks without much interruption. Okay. A stop per week.
Okay.
Think of it as caravans that use mages to make them travel like trains.
And
they're basically the fast travel at that moment.
I also want to.
At that
That's
point,
dope.
Oh, sorry. I want to suggest.
I was just gonna say.
Sorry, go ahead.
As Severin turns to Zasha, I'm just gonna say, I got here kind of in a fast travel motion. You read about it in books. They skip a chapter or two. That's kind of how I got here. But it might take a couple weeks to get there, like 2-3 weeks if we're lucky. Get a couple of horses, just go out on foot.
Well, I'm no stranger to walking quite a distance. I genuinely think it might be safer for all of us to not be in a large caravan of some kind. Perhaps just travel as a small group to Cloudshire.
Well, I would point out too that once we're clear of the city, we don't necessarily have to stay with the caravan.
Right, I know. I'm just saying, but we're learning that there are no caravans going the direction we're going unless we go to Cloudshire. So, I genuinely want to vote for just hoofing it to Cloudshire from here.
Regardless of what you guys want to do, I can tell you, and you notice Zasha sobered up a little bit. Regardless of what you want to do, like, Cloudshire is my home, man. Like, I want to go back. I got some stuff to pick up there. I know a few people. We want to go to the desert, but come on, Severin. The desert is like fucking 3-4 months away, man.
I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's go to Cloudshire first. That's what
okay,
that's exactly what I said. I said let's hoof it to Cloudshire to get our transport to the desert.
Okay, well, perfect. Let's go do that then.
That's-
What are we talking about?
I don't know,
Let's
because
fucking
apparently
go.
I already
And I
convinced
start
you
walking
before you
away.
even
Yeah,
responded.
but we're walking there though. So how long did we say it was going to take to walk to Cloudshire?
I said
Like,
about 3 weeks.
No, that's
walking
with
is
transportation.
walking is 2 months.
Oh, walking
Okay,
is 2 months.
cool.
I'm still
Well, 3 weeks
down.
with horses and caravan.
I'm still
Severin
down.
wants to walk everywhere. He's barefoot. Like the more his feet bleed, the happier he is.
That's true.
Like I need.
At this point, you all notice that female looks extremely worried about Lavi and is just like, I know of a safe caravan that you'll be fine on, and like, it just you can't walk that. It's dangerous. Do you know how many bandits there are?
Yeah.
Like Zath would latch onto that. It's just like a safe caravan. Like we're willing to pay for passage, but the only other option we had out of the city was corrupt. We couldn't trust it. If you know of a safe caravan that could get us to Cloudshire faster than we could walk it, we would be most grateful.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. I know of so it's a bard, a little bard goblin that travels and is always looking for some extra stage hands. You'd have to help him set up the stage and maybe perform some background music to help him out. But he pays well, and if a fight breaks out and you happen to defend him, he pays extra.
So
There'd be like a flicker
goblin
of pride across
Yeah.
Zathariel's face at this. Just like we're not acting on it, but just a moment of like, I'm gonna help this guy set up his tawdry performance in an escape, but fine. Like that's like he would immediately move past it and be okay with doing it.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
the idea of
but-
signing on as
and
guards
you
for
get the
this little
same-
guy.
A safe.
And you get the same feeling as Zath off of Zasha, but for the fact that, this little goblin guy needs protection, I get to hit somebody finally.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
take that
it-
route.
it-
Let's sign up as guards with the goblin.
Yeah, a safe caravan with
A safe caravan to Cloudshire.
opportunity to earn some coin on the side. That's perfect.
Well,
Wait for Zathariel to perform, and we get where we're going. We're about this.
friends, it
Yeah.
seems we have both we have a destination, a path. We are ready to begin our journey.
Yep, sounds like it.
Yep.
Before
Clover, you've been
before
quiet.
we leave, let us pray. And Severin
Oh,
will reach his
God.
hands out to and ask the party to join hands.
I will take
Yeah,
his hand, but looking at him dubiously because he does not worship who I worship.
Zathariel
Um,
will cross his arms, willfully not taking hands, but doesn't say anything disrespectful.
Severin will deliver a fairly generic prayer, not to any specific deity, but just like asking the gods to guide this journey. And he does it in Celestial. He speaks 100%. Says the whole prayer in Celestial.
Does anyone speak Celestial?
I'm looking at D&D Beyond right now.
Oh no, but I speak Goblin,
think
and we have
I
a
would.
Goblin bard.
I do not, DM.
Clover, I think he shouted you out a second ago.
Yeah, Clover's on board with the plan, just practicing her prestidigitation and dancing lights to give this goblin bard some backup, and yeah, is happy to not, even if she wouldn't be doing the walking for 3 months, that's still a whole lot of travel time.
Excellent.
Oh, I put on my backpack and be like, hey, the modifications are ready to go. Hop on, let's go.
Yay!
I'm ready to go.
Let's do it.
You have
Let's do it.
a few hours to take a light rest. Double check your provisions, make sure your shoes are tied. and
Oh, okay.
whatnot.
So
You're given a meal and some wine, and just as evening time starts to set, as the sun is not on the horizon, but it's close to it, Fimo takes you to the side of the tent city and introduces you to a young bard.
our Goblin guide. So that's after we do like a short rest, or we're gonna meet this guy first.
It's just real quick. You guys are able to like kind of relax for a moment. Get some food in your belly that's not burnt. Sober up if you need to, because you do need to for this. There's no booze served. But this is just a quick little scene. And there's a lot going on, and you're not really able to get a peaceful moment to the group and really have a conversation. But you're just able to like join in some camaraderie as some hearty soups, some breads, meats, and whatnot is served to you. But Fimo introduced you to Bibble Babble, which is two goblins stacked on top of each other.
Oh shit!
Wait, we're fighting two goblins stacked on top of each other? What?
No,
you're introduced to the bard Bibble Babble, which is two goblins.
Oh, Bibble Babble! I thought you said you have a battle, which is two goblins stacked on top of each other. I was like, what?
That just swings his hammer and brings it down like Jenga.
And that is before anyone would like to react, I think that's a great place for us to end our session.
Yeah, we are right here at just a few minutes before the 10 o'clock mark. So. Looks like we've got a road to travel next week, y'all. Finally getting out of the city.
Finally out of the city.
Sasha left 3 hours ago, realizes while he was drunk the party's not following, and walks 3 hours back.
So I'm going to put a pin in this, but if we do get any kind of rest before we leave the city, I'm trying to Song of Rest at Zasha for a moment. Oh. But that's in the future. In the future session, this is a great place to stop.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. We can finish that right now. What does Song of Rest do?
So I can use soothing music or orations to help revitalize wounded allies during a short rest. Any of my friendly creatures who can hear my performance regain hit points, but the goal here is to cure his drunkenness, but also in the act of playing my flute for him, portray this impression of a story of someone who may have lost purpose but found greater purpose in their future. It's an abstract impression, but imbued into the song during the Song of Rest to not only cure his drunkenness, but bolster him as we move forward.
That is totally awesome. Lucian, you, as you listen to this song, being a drunkard yourself, get a different impression. It's about someone that has confirmed their path and is ready to march it.
Ooh, what is Severin here?
And you hear a lovely tune that doesn't strike you because you weren't really drunk and feeling it.
Oh, I mean,
the Song of Rest is for everybody, though.
Anybody who hears them gets the benefit.
Oh yeah. You got the HP and whatnot, but he's specifically trying to use the Song of Rest to heal their drunkenness, not actually heal their hit points.
The only thing on Zathariel's heart is trying to give this message to Zasha because like the drinking is coming from somewhere, right? I could make something up for Severin, but it is not in Zathariel's forefront of his mind, the message in the song.
I think at the end of Zathariel's song, towards the end of it, he doesn't necessarily hear it, but just feels almost like a gratitude or a thank you, which is stronger than a normal feeling coming from Zasha, who's just sitting there with water this time, sipping his water while he's waiting for this caravan to move.
Notably, water, not alcohol.
Notably.
I have
good
a
stuff,
silver flask for liquor. I have a water skin. So.
And with that, we will bid you all our adieu. Another great session. Everyone go ahead and say your goodbyes if you'd like to.
Good night, everybody.
Any chance we hit a milestone?
Ooh.
Well, we're leaving the city. That's a milestone. Yeah, that's a big one.
Actually, yes. Go ahead and level yourselves up after the session.
Yes.
I don't know if that music is copyrighted to Square Enix, but they can come for me. I don't care.
I think when you sing it out of key like you just did, it doesn't count for copyright infringement.
Oh my God! You're coming for me right now. It is late.
Right for the bard's throat. Dang. And this man said no PvP.
Good night, chat.
We love you. Thank you for being the best part of Sputter Media and listening to us. We love you all.